Wizards of the Coast removed the Gur from Astarian's backstory in Baldur's Gate 3 because of concerns over racism and Romani stereotypes. The Gur is an important part of Astarian's story in Baldur's Gate 3. He is shown making racist comments about them, and the game strongly implies that his actions as a magistrate contributed to the Gur attacking him. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. Author T. Kingfisher said Wizards of the Coast specifically asked her to move away from the Gur storyline because the group was seen as Romani stereotype coded. I honestly, I hate these people. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just it's so hard sometimes to just be like, whatever, really, at this point. And to be fair, I liked Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not super into the lore or anything like that, so I'm not gonna pretend to be crazy over it. But the problem is, these are also the people who are, these are the people who think orcs are black people. You realize that, right? I'm sure you guys know that. These are the people who think orcs are black stereotypes. These are the people who look at fantasy video games and they have to apply real life bullshit to it. These are the people who are ruining actual fictional worlds. And it's all because they look at it through the eyes of fucking garbage politics, real world politics. Nobody cared, bro. Baldur's Gate 3 was one of the most successful video games. It still is. You think anybody was looking at this and complaining about racism on Romani stereotypes? You think anybody was complaining? No, nobody was complaining about this. Not a single person was complaining about this. These are people that are looking for things to complain about. These are people that are looking for things to find a problem in. They always have to find a problem because their lives are so goddamn comfortable. Their lives have zero issues to them that they have to constantly find something to have a problem with. I mean, it truthfully is unfucking believable. It's unbelievable. And you're going to remove one of the most important parts of a character arc story because of potential offense to real-life racist stereotypes that I'm pretty sure only you guys saw or you guys were thinking. Because let's be fair, let's be real. It's Wizards of the Coast that thinks this. It's this company that thinks that apparently these are Romani stereotypes. Because it's not the players. It's not you guys, it's not me, it's not anybody else playing this. It's you guys. Fucking hell, bro. Again, I saw this story. I sent it to Leon because he's big on Wizards of the Coast. And I don't know. It's only from a spin-off novel, not Baldur's Gate 3. I know that. It's in the bottom over here. I understand that. But the point is, why would I, as a player, right? Guys, do I have a picture? I don't know if I have a picture. I probably don't have a picture. I'm currently reading the BioShock book. I thought I had a picture. I guess I don't. I'm currently reading the BioShock book, where it goes into more of the backstory of how Rapture came to be, and it goes into the backstory of Andrew Ryan. How he's a Russian immigrant and whatnot. It's fantastic. The lore building it is fantastic, and it respects the character and his origins from the game, and it builds upon it. It doesn't destroy it. So why would I, as a player of somebody, like, let's say I really like the game, right? Why would I want to go buy the novel based around Baldur's Gate 3 if one of the most popular characters, which is Astarion is one of the most popular characters by far. Why would I want to go buy a book that completely ignores or retcons one of the major parts of his entire story arc and pretends like it doesn't exist? It seems like they're just shying away from it. It seems like they're just completely walking, like they're not even going to retcon it. They're just walking away from it. Because author T. Kingfisher said Wizard of the Coast specifically asked her to move away from the Gert storyline. So they're just going to pretend like it doesn't exist now? It's so gay, bro. It really is. And you know what it is, too? The problem is that this kind of reminds me, and this kind of shows me that I can see why Larian decided to part ways with Wizards of the Coast. I can see why there were so many problems during development of Baldur's Gate 3 in terms of creative choices regarding Baldur's Gate 3 between Larian and Wizards. Because Wizards of the Coast kept trying to tell Larian what to do, and Wizards of the Coast wanted Larian to make a specific kind of game, and Larian said, no, we're going to make the games that we're really good at making, and it's going to be like this. And Wizard got felt it, and they said, okay, we're going to do it. And then lo and behold, it became one of the most successful video games that they've ever had. But because their hubris it's impossible. Like, their ego's so fucking huge, they still ended up taking away the game anyway. And they couldn't come to some understanding with Larian, so they literally parted ways, and now they're going to give Baldur's Gate 4 to some retarded group that is led, potentially, by the same director that directed Dragon Age the Veilguard. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? This is woman behavior. This is like, when I say this all the time. You know how when women don't like each other at work, it is impossible to have them work together. They basically have to be separated because they can't get over their own feelings. When men don't like each other at work, as long as both of them are making money, the common goal is still the common goal. And they will work with someone they don't like. As long as they're making money, nobody gives a fuck. But with women, it's like, nope, it's fucking impossible. And I feel like that's the kind of behavior that Wizard of the Coast enacted with Larian, where they were just like, nope, it's got to be our way or it's nothing. And they're willing to walk away from a fucking cash cow and give it all up just because feelings. You know what I'm saying? So ridiculous, bro. It honestly is ridiculous. But yes, I agree, Breakaway Veins. At least we do have Divinity to look forward to. I think that's going to be a fucking fantastic game. I cannot wait for that. But I'm honestly glad. I'll be real with you. I'm glad that Larian got away from Wizards. I'm really glad, because I feel like it would be, even if they did make Baldur's Gate 4, I feel like it would be only a matter of time before Wizard of the Coast would rear its ugly head in development. And it's better that they got out now versus not being able to get out because it's too late. You know, like if Larian would have gotten too far in development, like halfway there or 3/4 of the way there, and Wizards try to pull some fuck shit and they basically can't get out of it, now you're risking Larian's name on top of that too, you know? Now you're risking Larian's name on top of that too. So, I don't know, man. This just confirms for me that the problem is Wizard of the Coast, which I don't think anybody doubted anyway. I don't think anybody doubted them. But reading stories like this just proves like you're just so fucking stupid. Elon Musk is considering buying Hasbro to secure the rights to TNT. Oh, man. So racism in a fantasy world has to be censored? Got it. These people don't know how to write a story and characters and what makes them compelling, but they want to be overlords of what can say and what has to be removed. Heaven forbid there's a little bit of conflict in your game and story. Can we finally just drive the stock price down to a penny area at this point? Racism has always been prevalent in human societies. Pretending something doesn't exist is the worst way to cope with anything. Stories have always been used to teach right from wrong. It's evil to pretend racism doesn't exist, and to say right and wrong is just perspective. Crazy, bro. Unbelievable. That's not how narratives work. This isn't how stories and complex characters work. Let them be bastards. Let them face consequences, and let there be ugly parallels that people have to sit with and mull over. This is the power of the fictional narrative, and I agree. I've told you guys so many times, dude. how much I hate the fact that villains are just not allowed to be villains anymore. I hate that so fucking bad, dude. Villains are just not allowed to be villains anymore. It doesn't matter. Like video games or books or anything. It's like it's impossible. They always got to be misunderstood. They always got to be secretly like emotional. It's honestly, it's pathetic. I don't understand. I just wish we could go. That's why the Joker was such a great villain, right? I don't know if he's such a great villain now because I don't know what DC's doing with their fucking nonsense comics these days. But the Joker of back in the day was such a great villain because he was just pure fucking chaos. He was pure chaos. He was there. Modern Joker's pregnant. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot they did that. Oh, my God, that's terrible. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like, he's an agent of chaos. He is just literally there to watch the world burn. And it is a great thing. You know, and I like that. When I'm watching a movie or if I'm watching a TV show or whatever, I want to root for the demise of the villain. I want to hate the villain on a personal level. I want the villain to be so villainous that I look at him like this motherfucker gotta go. Kind of like Yamato in HR. You know what I'm saying? Like he gotta go. If I don't feel that, and you're trying to make me feel sympathy and shit. This is why Breaking Bad was so interesting to me, and why I think it was so well done. Because what started off as the character you were rooting for, he became ultimately the villain, and he did such disgusting things that I had to root for his demise, even though in the back of my mind I'm thinking, man, is this still Walter White, dude? No, this motherfucker's Heisenberg now. He's Heisenberg now. This guy's cooked. This guy's disgusting. This guy's evil, bro. He's pure fucking evil, bro. You know? And when he finally anyway, the point is, I think it's great. I think it's great when you have villains like that. So this whole sympathetic villain shit, I hate it. I hate it so much. I really do. But in any case, boys, I just wanted to share this story with you because it blew my mind. When I looked at this, I was like, you know what? This is definitely next level ridiculous, bro. Next level disrespectful. And you want to try to sell a book that has one of the most popular characters in it, and you're completely ignoring a major point of story for him? It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. So, in any case, let's move on.